watching a tarot reading done by me. So you're watching tarot by Swapna. Now, before we start, I have two piles here. You need to choose any one of the piles. The topic is, let's see what your journey has in store with you and whether you are aligned to your journey. Okay, and so we're starting. Please choose the piles. I'll be taking one or two what do you say, charms from here, and for each of the what do you say, piles, and we will do the reading. So I'm going to just kind of take two charms from here. So pile, those who have chosen pile one, we're starting our reading. I'm keeping this a little aside here. So let's start with first two charms. So I see that, okay, I'll keep two things here. I see that there is some kind of a transformation with this group. I see the butterfly here, and I also see the sword. So the sword tells me that yes, you are going to be clear about what you want in your life. You must have gone through a tough time, and then I see that you have kind of transformed yourself, or you have kind of healed yourself, and you have kind of moved to the next level, and you have got a lot of clarity. Maybe this clarity is is come from within, and you have kind of cleaned up or done away with a lot of things that does not serve you in your best interest. I'm keeping this here, and let's start the first card. So the first card I'm seeing is the Six of Airs. Things are looking up, and the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So what I see here is that yes, you have gone through a real tough time. I think you needed a lot of, you have kind of come in terms with what you have gone through. You have already, sought out a more calmer area, a peaceful, time and a peaceful place for yourself. You have gone from the turbulent area, you have moved to more calmer areas, because you can see the turbulence that is around this particular person, and how this person is moving her boat and moving to a more calmer peace. Maybe you also ran away from the situation, or you kind of just escaped it, or you literally took a break from your situation and you decided to kind of travel just to give you the mental peace and clarity. That's what I'm seeing in your card. However, yeah, so you had a lot of patience, you weighed the situation, you just thought that, so this is what you have become over a period of time because of this experience that you went through that really taught you something in your life. You have reached a stage where you have kind of now got control of your situations, of your emotions. You can see things more clearly. You have taken the help of the divine, and I see that you are balancing everything: your emotional aspect, your inner feelings, your intuitive sense, your instincts, your mental thought process, everything. And you have decided whatever comes in your life, you're going to, you know tolerate it, you're going to face it, you're going to go all into it without any fear. You are someone who's kind of ready to face whatever comes your way. I see you very determined in this, and someone who has kind of have realized what is their calling, or this is a person who have realized what they have come in for. And I see that you're all set for going ahead as far as this your life goal is concerned. I see you all set to kind of go ahead. You're very clear, you have got clarity on a lot of things, and I see you, probably you have gone through a lot of this is a person I feel who's gone through a lot of self reflection, some kind of experiences, and you kind of explored everything as far as your overall personality is concerned. So that is it. Then I see, okay, so you have got the card for purification. So I see that you coming from a turbulent place to a place where you assess yourself quite critically, and you have kind of come to a certain point in your life where you have gone through some kind of a purification. And the purification says that the process of purification may seem painful, and it is essential to cleanse the dirt that you have been collecting within yourself for lifetimes. So this is not the reason, you're going through these tough times, you are trying to resolve it, but running away from the situation, then you're brought back to the situation, then this situation is urging you to come in terms with what's happening, face it headlong, make a decision, balance out what you have to, make the right decisions. And maybe you need to seek something on the inside to get answers, and maybe you need to take a strong stand, cut off what is not working for you, going through a healing process where you've been hurt and kind of recovering. So what I see is that this entire purification process is it is asking you to make sure that you intentionally do this to yourself and clean whatever you have been carrying for lifetimes together. You need to release and let the new light shine. But for that, you need to really be open. So, this is a card which tells me that yes, you have gone through this process and you have come a long way. And today, you are seeing things from a very different light. And there is some kind of a purification in your entire personality. You do know from where to where you have come. This tough times in your life has really, or the tough years that you have spent, or maybe some of you might have spent these years right from your childhood, turbulent times. Maybe initially it was health issues, there was some kind of a personality issues, issues at home. So all this could be playing a very turbulent role. But as you gained, as you grew up, as you gained some maturity, I see that you have made your own decisions in life. You have taken some harsh decisions. You have even run away from situations because you couldn't face them or you were not equipped to face them. But over a period of time, you have come back, you have faced them, you have purified your mind, your soul, everything, and you have kind of handled your situation in a much better way than you thought you would. So I see a lot of transformation in your entire personality. So here it is, you have got the seed. Now, this is another card that is coming to tell me that because there is some kind of a purification in you, you are in a position now that you can accurately assess the situation and summarize even the outcome of the situation. You might be in a situation now because you're highly in tune to your inner self. Probably you might be getting some flashes, some images, some dreams, some messages that are coming to you. Uh, which is all indicating to you, maybe you're already getting some flashes and some divine messages which is pointing out to you that you are on the right path. And it could also be in your relationship that you have met the correct man, the right man or the right woman, or this child that is there come into your life probably to guide you, in this lifetime. So you would probably, it will come to you as divine messages that yeah, my baby is coming to my life to help me guide me in this entire journey. So there will be some messages that are tuned to you and you're getting those messages. So I see that this is a time for you to start tuning into your instincts. In case you have not started to fully get tuned to this, start noticing the vibes that the universe is sending you. Start noticing the signs, because the universe is trying to speak to you and it's telling you that it is time for you to start tuning into this and the deepest inner sense of your personal truth in any given situation. You have to start looking at what is the actual truth and what you feel is right in your soul, and you have to start acting on that truth. It's a moment to moment. You have to read what are the emotions and the energies also of people that you're dealing. More importantly, in this entire journey, you are also learning to trust yourself and your feelings. Now, this will lead you also to answers that you're seeking. You might be seeking a lot of answers because you might be in a state of, you're still in the learning process, so definitely you'll be seeking a lot of answers. So, you will be getting these answers through the universe, through some intuitive messages, psychic messages. Maybe you are also taking some readings. You have, or maybe some people have just kind of, or you have overheard something which is in tune with what you're undergoing, and you have got answers on, in a very weird ways. You have got answers. You feel that the universe is helping you, the universe is holding your hand, the universe is kind of leading you. This is what you feel. And you have to notice also when this intuitive thing comes to you, just follow your intuitive feelings. And you have to notice that when you doubt or you suppress or you go against these feelings, you will observe that your energy is kind of scaling downward. You will see that you have no much power, or you feel some kind of emotional or some kind of a physical pain. That's what you will realize. So this card is telling you to pay attention to whatever the universe is trying to show you and lead you, and go with the flow. Don't doubt, because you might be wanting to suppress it, or you might also be wanting to, you might think that, oh, it's not rational, or how can it be like that? No, how can I get a message like this? Yes, you can get. You're intuitively at a higher stage where you're getting tuned to your inner self. So it is leading you to be a better person in this journey. It is helping you through people also, and through your own self evaluation, that this journey is wonderful, but you have to listen to your inner voice. So this journey has helped you to come a long way from a running away from a stage where you could not handle your problems. You have reached a stage where you're growing now for yourself. You're chalked out a plan, be it business or personal life or relationship. Things have started looking better for you. You know exactly what you're expecting, what you're accepting, and what you're not accepting, and what you're not having any expectations when it comes to people or circumstances or whatever. You're very clear with your boundaries. I see you growing. The height is so high that there is no looking back. You have a lot to you're learning a lot, you're reading a lot. I see you kind of evolving as a person. I see you kind of getting that emotional maturity. I see you kind of getting grounded. I see you as being evolved in all sense, the right and wrong. You're being aware of things, every move of yours. Is it right, is it wrong, is it for your soul fulfillment? You've been asking questions, you've been receiving answers. So in case you have not started seeing those answers, some of you, please get tuned, get into meditation. You will be able to see things far more clearly than what you're seeing now. So I see, yes, there is a personal growth, there's a professional growth, there's an overall growth of your personality. So you have come a long way to reach where you are now. It has taken several years, because I don't see this journey as something that happened overnight. No, lot of obstacles, lot of challenges, lot of people's attitude, everything you have kind of overcome, or you have at least tolerated it to reach where you are today, because you have got rid of a lot of things in your life to be where you are today. This sword is the sword that has cut off a lot of people in the process of reaching here, in this journey of reaching here. You have done away with a lot of nonsense, a lot of toxic people, a lot of attitudes. You didn't want anything that is spirally pulling you downward as far as your soul is concerned, or your soul growth is concerned. So this is the last card for this. Okay, oh, in the process now I see that you have turned to be a, you have healing capacity. So I see that if you're tuned into your psychic, this, some of you might be tarot readers, some of you might be really healers, some of you might be completely, you know, doing distant healing. Some of you might be healing from any other way. Sometimes an aura or an energy of a person is enough to envelop you in a completely different state of mind or a state of life. So I see that you have become a healer, or you were already a light worker in a previous life, and in the current life you are born with the same natural healing energies. Use it for the benefit of society. So there's a strong message for many of you that you are a healer, and probably you are already aware that you are connected to the divine. You're also aware that there are a lot of messages that you're getting, what to do, what not to do. Some of you might have discovered off late that you have a lot of messages that are coming to you, and you feel that as if the divine is kind of helping you or tuning you to help a lot of people through any process, through your job, through normal communication, or just listening, or through counseling, or doing a regression therapy, or guiding them in some way. So this is what I see for this group. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm really, really grateful to this. If anybody wants a personal reading, any kind of reading, I do. So we're going to the second pile. This is the second pile that I'm taking. I will just take two charms. So let's see what are the two charms I'm going to be taking. Okay, so I see that this has fallen in my hands, but I'm not going to take it. So I just see that, yeah. So I see that there is an entire sunflower, plus there's a mango. This looks like a shape of a mango, but I see a fish. So I see some kind of a transformation in this particular pile, like the earlier. But I also see that there is a lot of lot of things that have come to light. I see that there's something blossoming in your life. I see that harvest is there. I see like some things that you have put in work is now showing results. So I see that you have kind of come to the fact that things are working for your betterment. You have also come to the fact that you have started seeing things for itself. So it has been a long journey for you, but you have started having a realization that things are working for you. You have the Knight of Air. So what I see here is that events that occur with great speed, take time to carefully receive your options and come up with creative solutions. So what I'm seeing here is that, yes, you're coming up with a lot, you seeing a lot of opportunity in your life. I see that you are someone who feels that there is so much to look forward for. You feel that your mind is constantly in a mode of reminding you that you're capable of coming with new things. And this card is asking, from small you have been someone who already has this kind of ability to foresee, think out of the box, be creative, come up with new ideas. You were always a person who would not be having this herd mentality. You would always be somebody different, and you always wanted to try different things. You were never happy with the same monotonous things. You always felt like life is much more than what you're seeing it, and you definitely wanted to kind of what to say, think out of the box and do things differently. You were never satisfied with what you do. You would always try different varieties. You always thought that there's much more to learn, and you were very keen to progress in that particular path. So that is what I'm seeing. And now also your nature is the same. You're coming up with a lot of ideas, a lot of this. And yes, you have worked your way. And today I see you as someone who's very, very stable. I see you with, in a business setup, or someone who is definitely not only made the kind of security and finances for yourself, but I also see you as a person who's kind of leaving a legacy for a lot of people. Legacy in terms of also you're looking after a lot of people who are working for you. You're making sure their houses run at because they work for you. I also see you as someone who has everything going for you at this point of time. So you have come a long way with your ideas, and this nothing, anything that would come in the way, anything that would stop you from thinking or trying new things, you would just kind of not bother, and you would just go ahead, because you always had this in your mind that the future is bright. I will do it. And you could always see the brighter side of things rather than any negative things. So I saw that your transformation was much easier for you. You just felt you had the potential. You trusted the flow, you trusted the universe, you trusted the divine, and you just went ahead blindly, and this is where you are currently. And you didn't have much things to really, or much obstacles in your way. Your obstacles might have been your own limitations in some way, but I don't see it as people interfering or anything else. So I see here that you have made, yeah, see, there's a conscious attraction. We are constantly pulling in through thoughts, through waves and experiences towards us from the cosmos. If we can harness the power of conscious attraction, we will be able to model our life into a design of our own choosing. So you have made your own life, you have created it. Today, where you are, it is a result of your thought process, your creativity, your positivity, and not letting anything else come in the way. Because no matter if things don't work out as per your this, also you have never given up. You always have the attitude to try till you're successful. It's a very beautiful, 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 beautiful thought. Assessing. Okay. So I see you as, yeah, whenever things didn't work out, I see you looking long term, assessing how the situation is. If you think things were not working out for you for the time being, certain idea didn't work as per your plan, or certain business plans didn't go your way, or certain relationship didn't work out, you never really blamed the situation. You were just assessing what is the right, wrong, and going forward, how should I go? It was like a SWOT analysis in your life, that is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, something like that. This is what you actually did. You were very rational from the time you were young. I see you having a very innovative, creative blend of mind, always a leader. Never, you never had this herd mentality. You always led and people just followed. You just trusted your instincts. You went with the flow. You are someone who was always assessed. If things didn't work out, as per what you wanted, you were never disheartened. You always thought there's a better way to do it. There's a better option. I will put in that effort and I will make this happen. You always thought long term. You always knew in your heart you will make it in life. You always knew that from small only. You are very much aware and tuned to the fact that you are born to do something which is phenomenally different, probably from the rest of your family. Maybe you are doing so well for yourself. You're employing people below you, and there are your relatives and everything looking at you, your friends looking up to you and thinking like, wow, he's really come a long way. But this, they don't realize the risk you have taken, the fearless approach you have adopted, and you have started looking at things that no matter what happens, I am going ahead, nothing is stopping me. You never let anything come in the way. You were just determined and you went all the way. You were adventurous. You wanted to know what is the unknown, what goes beyond it, and you really was, seeking it, and you went searching for it, and you kind of got it, and enveloped it in your learning process. You have the jaguar here. So what I'm going to say here is that, when the jaguar's appearance come in a card, it is very clear that it's a reminder for you to actually embrace and continue embracing all the courage that you have. And you were taking always bold actions, like I mentioned. And yes, you are currently also still taking such bold actions and risk in your life. It is also telling you to tap into your untapped resources that is there within yourself. It is also suggesting that probably there's a need to explore the deeper layers of probably your subconscious, and you also need to confront certain unresolved emotions or hidden aspect of yourself. Maybe it will help you much more. Maybe it will take you a longer way. But there is something that you kind of, you know, you need to kind of come in terms with your own powers that you have. So this is a very beautiful card that I see. So Jaguar is also, see, it's a animal which is dark. It is also telling you to come out of your fears. If you have some fears that are still stopping you in some way, you don't seem that kind of a personality, but there are times when probably you feel that maybe I can't do this. This is like way beyond my, I have never tried this earlier. Maybe it's way beyond, maybe I'm taking too much of a risk. But it is telling you that this is a protector of all the things that are there in your life. It is also telling you that whatever fears you have, put it at the back seat, because you have also the courage and the certainty that you will be able to do, because you have always done it from your childhood. You have always tried different patterns and you have always progressed. It also tells you that to try certain areas that are untapped, unseen, because if you see the jaguar, it moves with such kind of stealth, and it's never, you can't really see it or you don't hear it moving. It doesn't make noise. Very silently you work behind the this, and you have made things happen in your life. You have never made an announcement of what you're going to do. You just did it and it happened. So, in the process of reaching where you are today, this card is also asking you, what is it that you need to release? What is that you have carried around for far too long? Maybe you need to come out of the shadows. You are in the shadows because you don't really be, probably you're not someone who is very vocal and someone who is very open, but you're someone who does definitely takes a lot of risk in your life, and you're determined to reach where you are. So, it is telling you, come out in the open. Maybe you just need to use your intuition and to know what is best for you, and to let go of things that with time, there are some things you can't have the same qualities that you have from birth till now. There are some things that you need to also release. So if there's something that needs to be released, come in terms with it and release it. So you need to release whatever is not serving you with time, and also follow this jaguar with the same kind of confidence and grace that you have always been following. Okay, this is a very beautiful card. That is what I'm seeing. And then you have the vow. So, past life experiences and commitments may present challenges or obstacles in your current circumstances. You require patience and understanding to overcome. So, this is telling you, in case you come across anything that you feel is too much challenging, despite doing the effort, despite taking the risk, despite doing everything your way, and despite not listening and heeding and still going ahead, to make it happen, you feel that something is coming in your way, just remind yourself that you have been carrying these obstacles from your past life. So all you require is the patience and a better understanding to overcome this. Maybe you need to work things around, come up with better ideas, better methods of working, which is in tune with what is going to bring you success. So that's all for now. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.